Hey everyone! Today we're going to talk about something super exciting in the world of AI image generation. You know how we've seen models like Flux Dev, Flux Context, and some other AI image models create some amazing artwork? Well, there's a new player in town that's turning heads, and it's called Qwen Image. Yes, after one video for AI video, now they're going for AI image. So, what exactly is Qwen Image? Basically, it's the latest AI image generation model from the team at Qwen, with a 20 billion parameter model size, and it's making some serious waves in the AI community. What makes it special is that it's not just another image generator, it's been designed with some unique capabilities that really set it apart from the crowd. First off, Qwen Image is incredibly good at understanding and following complex prompts. You know how sometimes with other models, you write this detailed description and get something completely different? Well, Qwen Image seems to really get what you're asking for. Another cool thing is its ability to generate good quality, detailed images with a really impressive understanding of composition, lighting, and style. Whether you're going for photorealistic scenes or artistic illustrations, this model handles it. The variety of images you can create with Qwen Image is pretty nice. It handles text within images surprisingly well too, which has always been a challenge for AI image generators. What I personally love is how it can generate images with a consistent style across multiple creations. This is huge if you're working on a project that needs a cohesive look throughout. Qwen Image has been integrated into ComfyUI, which is pretty awesome. We're going to check out how to use it locally and have some image generation side-by-side comparisons with Flux Crea. Qwen Image has a Hugging Face repository for installing in ComfyUI. In ComfyUI.org's repo, which has the Qwen Image saved tensor files, they've repackaged it and put that into separate folders. Very clear directions here show where you're going to put the files from the VAE, the QWEN image, VAE safe tensor files for the VAE folder, and the text encoder. Interestingly, this time we're using the Qwen 2.5 VL. This is one of the models I like to use sometimes when connecting with Olama, and it has the FP8 models and also the BF16 models in here. Whichever one you can handle on your local GPU and computer hardware, you have to measure which one you're going to download. And the last one is the diffusion model, which is the core of this model, the Qwen Image. We have the BF16, which takes 40 gigabytes of file storage, and this will consume about 40-something gigabytes of VRAM when it's executing. The other one is the smaller size, the Qwen Image FP8 models. This takes about 20 gigabytes of file storage, and again, in theory, this will consume about 20-something gigabytes of VRAM when you process it during execution. So here's the ComfyUI official Hugging Face repo, and you can also get some smaller, lightweight GGUF quantization models of the Qwen Image. We have the Quant Stack, where we've seen a lot of GGUF quantized models from this repo recently, and also City96 has created the Qwen Image GGUF quantizations repo as well. Interestingly, in City96's repo, it has the BF16 available to download. But usually, when you have like a normal average consumer PC GPU that's running 12 to 16 gigabytes of VRAM, you might want to try the Q4. This is going to be suitable for like 16 gigabytes of VRAM to run this, and of course for the lower size, it'll be suitable for like 8 gigabytes of VRAM on those older graphics card models to run. So we're going to try that out. This time I'm going to use the ComfyUI official the Hugging Face repo. In this one, I'm going to use the FP8. So this is going to be the same as the GGUF quantized Q8 models here, about the same quantization level as the FP8 models I just downloaded. So talking about downloading the model files, we're going to check out our local installations. First of all, you're going to put the files in the ComfyUI models folder. Underneath the models folder, we have the diffusion model folder. This is where you're going to save your Qwen Image model files. This is the FP8 safe tensor file I just downloaded. And going back to the text encoder, we have a lot in here, but this is the one I just downloaded, the Qwen 2.5 VLFP8 model going into the VAE. This is going to be the same VAE folder we just saw in the Hugging Face repo, and the Qwen Image VAE safe tensors file is downloaded in here. So 3 folders you have to handle, just the same concept and the same instructions regarding these split files, where they're located, exactly the same file names for you already for the GGUF quantization model. Once you download the GGUF, for example, I downloaded Qwen Image Q4 GGUF, you're going to save that in your models folder. Underneath the models folder, you go to the UNet folder. This is where you're going to save your GGUF quantization model in here. And I haven't downloaded the Qwen Image GGUF to test yet, so I just used the FP8 to try out this AI model. Today we have the model Qwen Image Workflow Examples workflow in here. This is coming from the template. Again, go to your workflow and browse template. Once you get here, you can scroll down to the image tab. You'll see that the Qwen Image text-to-image template is right here. Now, if you haven't seen this in your ComfyUI, that means you need to update your ComfyUI to the latest version. To update your ComfyUI basically, you can do a git pull in your ComfyUI folder. It will grab the latest changed files for your ComfyUI. So as you can see, I have updated my ComfyUI Python code and the model base. Here we see clearly the Qwen Image models.py is clearly showing that this is the new edited file for the coding. So once you indicate that this is updated and it has the code Qwen Image models.py and the text encoder Qwen Image.py, those files with similar names indicate that your setup is up to date to support the Qwen Image model. And also, you have to update your ComfyUI front end as well. So when you update that, once you restart your ComfyUI, you can click that Browse Template text to image for Qwen Image, and it will load this similar workflow. And I changed a little bit in here, just testing different text prompts already. And by default, it's worth mentioning that by default, this workflow in the Browse template is very interesting. You're seeing that the text prompting in here is very long, and you see some Chinese text, English text using double quotes as well. This model is able to handle all this double quote text as the banner showing in the image that you're going to generate. And one thing that's really nice to know is that the Qwen image is just using a K-sampler. Really simple, basic connections in the workflow here. And right here, as we have generated the image, as you can see, that text in here, some Chinese and some English, it's really nice that it can handle the multilingual language as well as the in-image text display, able to handle this one, the text of like a traditional sign in the 70s or 80s, those kind of restaurant texts put into this banner, replicated how it looks in Hong Kong with this scene, like those old towns that look similar like this at nighttime. And it got some banners showing those shops as well. Pretty interesting because when you see those, especially at handling the traditional Chinese, it's not the simplified Chinese. It has a lot of characters within one word, like this word that has a lot of strokes included in one word like this, and it's able to handle it and print it out, just like you type that in a word processing software. Very clear that you're seeing, although some words are having some glitches, like there's one more stroke or an extra stroke within that word, but most of the text, Chinese and English as well, is able to display really clearly in this AI model that I haven't seen other AI models for image generation able to handle like this. And you're seeing this is like a bunch of text included into one image, and it is able to handle multiple languages, multiple text displays on the image. So, talking about other AI models, and recently we have tried the Flux Dev. So Flux Dev is really similar where you have, open source ability to run locally in ComfyUI, or you can use diffusers to run it with Python code as well. This is going to be very interesting because I am going to try out both in this workflow. I'm just using the Qwen image and Flux Dev in one workflow, and we're going to do a side-by-side comparison with the same text prompts, about the same dimension settings, everything for the sampling as well. Let's try this. By the way, we're going to do 40 sampling steps for both image generation models. Now here's the first image that I just generated using the same text prompt. Both are using again 40 steps. For the Flux Dev, I use the same dimensions for both images, and here you see that, different styles for two AI models to generate it. But the compositions are almost the same, where you see the lake view of a landscape. Let me know which kind of styles you like. On the left is Qwen Image, and on the right side here we have the Flux Dev. Next image is young couples going to, like, a mystery cave. Both are able to handle this text prompt. But then the Flux Dev has clearly gotten a better shot in this image. If you want a close-up shot or something more cinematic style, I think the Flux Dev is better. Whereas you see in Qwen Image, it is more in a wide shot of the image. It's also showing like overall what it described in the text prompts as well. The face and the character aren't central in this image. It is more in showing all the other elements in the caves as well. Now, next image is pretty cool. We have almost the same compositions for both AI models. You see the dancer doing like an elegant dance, and you see all these compositions for both image generations are about the same. But for the Qwen image this time, I really like the static and the style, how the coloration is in this generation. Where you see in Flux Dev, it's more, well, like a normal camera that you're taking a photo of something without any lighting effect or filter. Whereas in Qwen, you see it's kind of looks like there's a filter for that image in this way. So I kind of like the Qwen image in this image generation for this text prompt this time. The next example is text display. Now in here, I have the text prompts using urban cities where you have multiple buildings with different LED lights, neon lights with different variations of colors. Now the text in here, clearly you have seen that the Qwen image is totally winning for the clarity showing of each text and is able to create different areas that group the different text. For example, in here, when my text prompts show that the text in here, in this double quote, is in one group, and then connecting tomorrow today is another group of quotes. And from here, you see that it's able to put two groups of text in different regions within the image. Whereas you see in Flux Dev, some broken text is already showing in here, and it's not able to show that it can do multiple texts in the image and the light effect, etc. It isn't able to fulfill what I wrote in this text prompt. It can be done fully, doing better prompt adherence in the Qwen image. And because this AI model is a 20 billion parameter model, it has put a lot more dataset materials into training these AI models, basically. So when it's dealing with the text on an image, it is doing way better. Like the examples that we try here, you see that this is the strength of this AI model. Even when we have a bunch of quoted texts that require the AI model to generate within the image, although it's feeling so messy that some text is going here, some is above the top, banners on top, but this is what it is for the layout in the 80s in Hong Kong, some old urban street, but it's still able to replicate those styles and then put those texts accordingly, some horizontal, some vertical banners, also able to create with this AI model. This is one of the strengths of the Qwen image, and there's not really one model fits all, or, the Flux is the best one or whatsoever. It just depends on the situation which one is better at doing text, or some are better for cinematic styles. Whichever fits best, apply the right model for the right situations. So what do you think about Qwen image? Keep it or toss it? I will see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. See ya.